Look, if you're creating content today, you already know the drill. It's a high-stakes game. And the absolute biggest bottleneck? Repurposing. I mean, you spent hours researching, recording, editing a video, and then what? You still need a fully optimized blog post to actually rank on Google. Well, today's explainer is all about solving that by automating the entire YouTube to WordPress blog conversion process using N8N.
So what if hours of blogging literally took 0 seconds? Just think about that grueling manual grind for a second. Pulling the transcript, fixing the grammar, writing a summary, hunting for a relevant image, formatting all that HTML, logging into WordPress, and finally hitting publish. It's just endless, mind-numbing copy-pasting, right? But what if we could bypass the whole shebang? What if this entire process happened instantly with 0 human intervention?
Well, this is exactly where the magic happens. We're talking about trading 6 to 10 hours of exhausting manual labor for a dual-agent automation engine built directly in N8N. This system completely eliminates the manual work. It seamlessly transforms raw YouTube URLs into SEO-ready, fully formatted WordPress blogs in just a matter of minutes, totally hands-free. Now, this incredible explainer unpacks a masterclass produced by Waqas Ahmed Shah. He's an educator and an elite AI agents and automation builder for educators, traders, and startups, operating out of Karachi, Pakistan. Let's dive straight into his workflow. Taking a look at this dual-agent automation engine, what's really fascinating about the architecture is how it's actually divided. To conquer a complex workflow like this, the system is broken down into 2 distinct logical phases, or agents. Agent 1 is strictly responsible for extracting the transcripts, while Agent 2 takes over to generate the blog and push it straight to WordPress. Why 2 agents? Simple. It makes debugging infinitely easier and essentially prevents the system from crashing.
Okay, let's dive into Agent 1 and see exactly how this builds out. It starts at a Google Sheet, which acts as our central database. The agent scans for any YouTube URL marked with a pending status. This is a crucial filter, guys. It ensures the system never wastes processing power or your precious API credits on older videos it has already transcribed. Once a pending URL is found, it sends it to the SuperData API, grabs the transcript, and marks it as done.
For that extraction, the system utilizes a powerful third-party tool called SuperData. And honestly, the absolute best part for professionals testing this out, SuperData gives you 100 free transcription requests. It is literally the perfect, risk-free way to initiate this automation without burning through your budget.
But hey, here's the technical secret to making this actually work smoothly. The N8N system uses an HTTP request node to act like a digital waiter, basically taking your order over to the API. Now, if you just ask for a transcript normally, you're going to get broken, unusable chunks of data. The real secret? You absolutely must pass the specific parameter text equals true. This forces the API to return the transcript as one clean, continuous, plain text paragraph.
All right, so Agent 1 is a total success. We've got our clean transcripts. Now, Agent 2 wakes up to turn them into blogs. But wait a second. If you have 100 finished transcripts just sitting there in your database, your automation is about to walk straight into a major pitfall. I mean, how does the system avoid overload, hitting API rate limits, and just completely crashing?
This is where Waqas's masterclass brilliantly solves the tension using the power of constraints. It's called the batching fix. Inside the Google Sheets node, we enable a really simple setting, return only first matching row. So instead of grabbing 100 rows marked done and trying to write 100 blogs all at once, the system is scheduled to wake up, say every 10 hours or so, grab just one single row, process it, and then stop. Brilliant, right?
With the transcript secured, the system then triggers OpenAI's DALL-E 3 to generate a modern, abstract, highly professional blog image based on the title. But an AI image just sitting inside NN is useless to WordPress, so the agent uploads it to Google Drive. And get this, it dynamically names the image using a live timestamp. If you've ever had images break on your site, you know this prevents those dreaded file overwrite errors. Finally, it sets the permissions to anyone with link can read, making it flawlessly accessible for your website.
Next up, a parser extracts a concise 160-word summary, and then we hand the heavy lifting over to our AI blog writer, GPT-4 Mini. The AI acts as our master copywriter here, structuring a valid JSON payload and transforming the transcript into a beautifully structured blog using H1, H2, and H3 HTML tags. The blog is written, the image is linked, it looks absolutely flawless. But, heads up, a massive formatting error is lurking just seconds away.
Because when the system attempts to deliver the final payload, WordPress instantly rejects it with a fatal, invalid JSON error. The workflow stops dead in its tracks. Why does this happen? Well, it's because you're trying to send raw HTML coding tags, like brackets and formatting, directly inside a JSON payload to the WordPress REST API. The API gets completely confused by the raw code and triggers a full system rejection.
So, the crucial question is, how do we actually bypass this? The ultimate hack is a coding function called json.stringify. This command takes all that complex raw HTML code, including that embedded Google Drive image tag, and safely wraps it into a secure flat string format. Think of it kind of like packing fragile items in bubble wrap. It disguises the raw data so the WordPress API can unpack it perfectly without throwing any errors. Now that the data is secured, the final delivery sequence kicks off. An HTTP post request is sent straight to the WordPress post's endpoint. Quick note here, to authenticate this seamless connection, you absolutely must use an application password, which means you'll need either a WordPress business plan or a self-hosted site. Once published, the agent does one last bit of housekeeping. It reaches back into the Google Sheet and simply updates the status to posted equals yes.
And here is the ultimate payoff. What used to take you hours of grueling, repetitive manual work has been permanently reduced to mere minutes. You get a fully formatted, SEO-ready WordPress blog, complete with dynamic images and perfect HTML structure, all published entirely in the background while you focus on actually running your business. It's a true game changer.
So, the content bottleneck is officially broken. Your digital ecosystem can literally run itself, generating value around the clock. By understanding the architecture Wakass laid out here, you hold the keys to limitless scalability. So the only question left for you is this: if your digital ecosystem can run itself, what grueling manual task will you automate next to reclaim your time?